I mean, this career is going nowhere fast. But I do not think that it's a Kardashian curse. I think it's very irresponsible men who get thrown into the spotlight and don't know how to still handle their business. That's the issue.
So yesterday you said that people choose other people with opposite problems. You feel like they're going for problematic dudes.
Yeah, completely. You want mirrored behavior in some sense. And so they're looking at guys who are, you know what? I'm not even going to say that they're looking at guys who have this toxic behavior. They're all mother figures. They all want to be motherly. And sometimes that motherly figure,
so
you know, you want what's wounded so that you can fix and, you know.
You're blowing my mind, Karamo.
Jordan, I want to know what you
can have your mind blown. I disagree completely.
I want to know what you think. Like,
Because
what is it like in the locker room? I feel like guys will be like, oh, man, you better not do that. You better not go with those girls.
Yeah, and that is a great point. But really quick, motherly, she stole the man from somebody who was pregnant with his child. Like,
did she steal him or did he stray?
But see, now come on. Like, we can't act like she doesn't play a part in it too. Like, it's also, you're taking somebody's man. Like, he did something wrong. But why are we just going to give her a pass too?
Yeah.
Can you take somebody's
Come on, you guys. That's not fair. You can't just put it all on the guy and say he's the one who did this.
He was the one in the relationship.
But she also knew he was in a relationship married with somebody, or pregnant with somebody.
But this is the thing. It's about, but you going back to my point. My point was
like,
an irresponsible
put all the blame
man.
on a guy here.
He's still an irresponsible man. If you have someone at home that you know is pregnant and then you are dating another woman, you are the common factor in this.
Yeah, but it's also a messy decision for her to say, hey, you're pregnant.
But we also don't know what he's saying to her. Like,
but we also don't know what he's doing, too. If we're going to give that same thing, we got to give that same pass to him as well. No, we don't know what he's doing just as much as we don't know what she's doing.
No, I'm not going to. No, this man is in the middle of two women. He's manipulating two women. Like, there is no possible way. I'm almost sure he is trying to kick game to the person he was with and then also trying to kick game over here.
But we're now changing the narrative.
So he's the irresponsible man. There is no Kardashian
But are we
curse.
talking about the poor decision making? If you're looking at somebody in Tristan Thompson who was in a relationship, a woman was pregnant. Yes, it's a horror. We've already decided he's a dog, but where's the ownership?
Like Giselle
hold on, where's the ownership of Khloe with this as well?
Who did the same thing?
What's that?
Giselle's responsible for stealing Tom Brady.
No, but Tom Brady hasn't even been outed as a dog. If anything, that's a black-white issue. Nobody talks about Tom Brady like they talk about Tristan Thompson. I think you made a great point. Tristan Thompson's a dog. When has Tom Brady been called a dog?
Wait, so
when has that ever happened?
I didn't hear you. What's your point specifically?
My point is that Khloe should
get three angry women up here. What is your point?
I deal with this every day. Trust me, I do this every day. But I got to take a stand on this one. Like, for Tristan Thompson, nobody's backing Tristan here. Tristan's done something awful. But what I'm saying is, Khloe shouldn't just be like, oh, I feel so sorry for Khloe. Khloe's also a woman who took allowed a man in who was in a relationship and had a pregnant child. Like, there has to be some accountability there, too. It doesn't take away from what Tristan did as being wrong, but I'm not going to sit here and say that Khloe's not wrong in a sense, too.
So you lose him how you get him. Right?
There has to be some onus on Khloe here, too. It can't just be all bad Tristan. I co-sign all bad Tristan. There's also an element of Khloe here, too, in the decision
He probably told her that they weren't in a relationship together. Who knows what he said? But my point, I don't care if you're with her or not with her, you got a baby. You should be at home,
100%.
like, helping her usher in this new baby. I would never.
When you're in the spotlight finding success, it can be hard to walk away or take a break with the possibility of being forgotten about. It takes courage to be able to do that, but do you think it happens enough in this business, Karamo?
Yeah, I can tell you that was actually my case. After being on MTV's Real World and finding out I was a father, I actually took a break completely from the entertainment industry and only came back in 4 years ago. And I did that because I decided it's more important for me to be there as a father. And, you know, you risk any gains you had being thrown away, people forgetting about you, and you just getting thrown to the wayside. But when you think about career and children, for me, as a single father, you gotta go children first always.
How did you make that choice, though? Did you ever think, like, maybe I can do both, or?
You know, I did think I could do both, but then I knew, you know, my grandmother used to say something to me is that when there's two situations, one is going to suffer. And I knew that one of these things was gonna suffer a little bit more, and I didn't want to risk it being my children. And so I had to get them to a place where they were good before, you know, I could go back.
I was just gonna say, you know, it's tough. Like, women, if you're like a single mom, like, women, you have to work. Like, there is no other way. There is no other option. So I think it's hard to say, like, oh, you have to choose one way or the other. I mean, especially if, you know, you didn't plan on the child. Like, I think it can't be all or nothing for a lot of people.
But this happens a lot, right? Like, women sometimes have to take a step back if they're pregnant, and then nowadays, even dads like Karamo are doing the same thing. You know, they're choosing family before career. But I think it's cool to see that you can come back.
Yeah, but I will say this about Guiliana. Though she has made this announcement that she has taken a step back because she wants kids, I do not know if that's fully the truth in this because
Karamo, do some more
I'm just saying, let's talk about like she didn't have any, there's no show on E. It's very convenient right now to say the only thing she's doing is E on the red carpet, which is for award season. So there's not a lot to be stepping back from right now. And that's not shade, that's just the fact that this announcement comes at a convenient time when you're not really on 3 shows like you were before. So you're not on anything, so you should be at home with the kids.
The sun is shining in Chicago. We found the shade here at the gym to get in front of it. I think it's a great point. Look, you said that right away this morning.
Yeah.
We were talking about this, so you're adamant about it. But I do think do you think there's a part of Guiliana, if there was a tug going on, you don't think she'd still be making the same decision?
I do, actually. You know, I've met her once before. She's an excellent mother. I'm not going to even pretend.
Yeah, nobody's saying, nobody's putting
she's phenomenal. You can see the love that she and her husband have for their child. I mean, this is, I do think she would make the same decision.
We know you weren't throwing that kind of shit.
Yeah.
We're not going to get you that.
Have you done this?
No, but I actually had a guy leave something at my house, and I was like, I don't really want to have more conversations.
I'm so glad you say that because men do this a lot more than I know of women doing this.
Really?
Yeah, I think that women have already, gotten the bad rep for this. So they're like, I'm not leaving anything behind. I know better. You know what I mean? But now, let me tell you something. All the guys, before I got into a committed long-term relationship, I'd be like, can you come pick up your sweater? Can you please come pick up your
door.
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw it out unless you don't come get it. My closet's full.
I think there needs to be a time limit on exactly how long before you throw it out.
What's the time limit?
A day.
Week. I was saying a week. You got a week to come pick this up. So you guys, I can't say I left behind, but I tried to take away.
What did you
did.
take?
With my husband, we were sitting out on when we first started dating. Oh, hey, babe. We were sitting out on the patio, for lack of better words, and rooftop. I'm sorry, it's Chicago. Hey. And I had on one of his sweaters, and it was just a really nice sweater, and I was gonna take the sweater, and he was like, "Give me my sweater." He was like, "Give me my
and that's
sweater."
What I do. That's the man I love.
Yeah.
And so you said that you'll just leave it.
Yeah, I was on a flight coming back from Vegas. This was years ago, and I was up in the bulkhead seat. So the flight attendant was right in front of me. This is about 40 pounds ago, very single Jordan, mouthpiece still strong. And things ended up escalating. I ended up back at her place. We didn't go that far. We weren't reckless with it, but I did spend the night. Left the hoodie that I wore, which is like my go-to hoodie. Obviously, it's what allowed me to get there. And I left it at her place, but I wanted to tie a bow on it, so I said, I had to find a new go-to hoodie.
Yeah.
See, this was his go-to hoodie, and he said no. He said, no, give me my hoodie back.